Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast. I'm Ivy and Luke is here with me today. We're starting a new series, and honestly, I've been thinking about this episode all week. Today, we're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, but not the famous version. We're talking about the child he was and how hard his life really was.
Yeah, hi everyone, and I agree with you, Ivy. When people see Ronaldo today, they see confidence, muscles, money, and success. But when you look at his childhood, it's almost shocking how different it was. He didn't grow up in comfort at all.
Not even close. Cristiano Ronaldo grew up on Madeira Island in Portugal, and his family was very poor. And I think it's important to say this clearly. This wasn't just a simple life or a modest home. His family really struggled every single day.
Exactly. He lived in a very small house with his parents, his brother, and his sisters. There was no space, no privacy, and a lot of noise. Everyone shared everything.
And money was always a problem.
Always. His mother worked very hard, but it was never enough. His father worked as a kit man for a local football club, but he also had serious problems with alcohol.
And that made life at home very difficult.
Yes, home was not a calm or safe place. There were arguments, stress, and worry all the time. Cristiano has said later in life that his childhood home was not a happy place.
That's so sad to hear, especially because home should feel safe for a child.
Exactly. And on top of that, sometimes there wasn't enough food in the house.
This part always shocks me.
Me too. Cristiano said that as a child, he and his friends would go to McDonald's near their training ground.
Not to buy food.
No, they didn't have money. They went there at the end of the day and waited outside, hoping the workers would give them free burgers.
Just imagine that for a moment. A child, hungry, waiting outside a restaurant.
And now that same child is one of the richest athletes in the world.
Life can be so strange.
It really can, and football was already very important to him at that time.
Yes, football wasn't just a game for him.
It was his escape. When things were bad at home, when there was stress or shouting, football was the one place where he felt good.
He started playing football very young, right?
Yes, he played in the streets, with friends, with anything that looked like a ball. Shoes, old balls, whatever he could find.
And people noticed his talent early.
They did. Even as a child, he was fast, focused, and very serious about football.
But then, when he was only 12 years old, everything changed.
Yes, he was selected to join a football academy in Lisbon on the mainland of Portugal.
And that meant leaving his family.
Exactly. At 12 years old, he left his island, his home, his mother, his brother, and sisters.
That's incredibly young to do something like that.
It is. Madeira is an island, so leaving felt even bigger. He had to take a plane. For a child, that's scary.
And Lisbon is very different from Madeira.
Very different. Bigger city, more people, more noise, more pressure.
And he didn't know anyone there.
No friends, no family nearby. He lived at the academy with other boys.
And he felt very homesick.
Extremely. Cristiano has said that he cried at night in his room because he missed his family so much.
That image really breaks my heart.
Me too. And during the day, life wasn't easy either.
Because the other boys weren't kind to him.
Exactly. They laughed at his accent. The way he spoke Portuguese was different because he was from Madeira.
Kids can be very cruel.
They made jokes when he spoke, and sometimes they didn't take him seriously.
And physically, he was different too.
Yes, he was very skinny, smaller and weaker than many of the other boys.
So he was poor, far from home, laughed at, and smaller than everyone else.
Exactly. That's a lot for a 12-year-old.
Did he ever think about quitting and going home?
He hasn't said that he wanted to quit football, but he has said that those years were very painful. He felt angry, lonely, and sad at the same time.
And he didn't really talk about those feelings, did he?
No, he kept everything inside. Instead of talking, he trained.
Football became his way to deal with everything.
Exactly. When he felt lonely, he trained. When he felt angry, he trained. When he felt sad, he trained.
He trained more than everyone else.
Yes, he stayed after practice, he ran more, he practiced more. While other boys rested, he kept going.
Almost like he was afraid to stop.
That's a good way to say it. He was afraid that if he stopped, everything would fall apart.
And slowly, things started to change.
They did. Coaches began to notice his discipline, his speed, and his focus.
And the boys who laughed at him?
They stopped laughing. They started watching him.
That must have felt powerful.
I think so. But those early years never left him.
You can see it today.
Yes, even now, people say he trains like someone who is afraid to lose everything.
Like someone who remembers what it feels like to have nothing.
Exactly. And there's another very sad part of his story.
His father.
Yes, his father died when Cristiano was still young.
And they didn't have a close relationship.
No, his father's problems with alcohol created distance between them.
Cristiano has said that his father never really saw his success.
And that affected him deeply. He has talked about feeling sad that his father didn't see what he became.
That kind of loss stays with you forever.
It does. And it added even more pressure on him.
Pressure to succeed.
Pressure to escape that life forever.
And pressure to never go back to poverty.
Exactly. He promised himself that he would never live like that again.
And that promise started when he was just a child.
Yes, not as an adult, as a boy.
When you hear all of this, it really changes how you see him.
It does. His confidence today comes from pain, fear, and survival.
Not from comfort.
Exactly.
And this is why his story is so powerful.
Because nothing was given to him.
Everything was earned.
Step by step.
Day by day.
Training by training.
I think that's a good place to stop for today.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo's childhood alone could be a movie.
In the next episode, we'll talk about another athlete with a very different but equally hard beginning.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. And before we finish today, let's do something together. We're going to practice shadowing. You don't need to write anything, just listen and repeat out loud. I'll say each sentence slowly, and after each one, there will be a pause for you to repeat. You can pause the podcast if you want extra time. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try to copy the rhythm and the sounds. Okay, let's start. He grew up in a very poor family. Money was a problem every single day. Home did not feel safe or calm. Sometimes there was not enough food. At 12 years old, he left his family. He felt very lonely in a big city. Other boys laughed at his accent. He felt different from everyone else. Football became his escape from problems. When life was hard, he trained even more. He stayed after practice to improve. He kept his pain inside and worked harder. Slowly, people started to notice him. His childhood pushed him to succeed. His difficult past shaped who he is today. And that's the end of our shadowing practice for today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video or subscribe to the podcast. It really helps, and it helps more people find these stories. And if there's another athlete or celebrity you'd like to hear about, just let us know in the comments. We'd love to make an episode about them. Thanks so much for listening, and see you in the next episode. Bye!